Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to start lying down. Arms out like a cactus. We're just going to rock the knees side to side gently. And start to deepen the breath gradually. And then the knees will drop to the right and they'll just stay there for a moment. We'll allow that gentle twist to take a shape in the body. I'm going to request that nothing feels forced on your body today. Nothing feels forced in your breath or in your mind. Just allow for this practice to unfold however it wants to for you. So if I'm giving a cue or a guide and it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Just pass it over. You don't have to force it to fit you. Take the knees the other way. Come back up through center. Bring the feet a little closer to each other. Take your left leg up to the sky. Right foot stays planted down. Bring your hands behind your head. Drop the elbows out wide, curl the shoulders off the ground. You're going to inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left. Reach up like you want to touch your left ankle with your right hand. Bring the hand back down. Release it. We stay on this side. Lift, reach, release completely. Lift, reach, release completely. Your right foot is pushing down. It's a big exhale to come up. A full exhale to return to the start. If you want to make this a little bit bigger, you can take this left arm out to the side and almost give yourself like a little push as you come up. Last one on this side. Release it back through center. Bring that foot down. Come through center, both hands behind the head. Right leg comes up. Push your left foot down. Inhale. Exhale, curl the shoulders up. Come across. Reach. Bring it all the way down. So we're just doing the exact same thing. Right elbow can stay down. You can use that elbow to leverage yourself up. Or if you want, that right arm can come out to the side. One more, please. Come through center, both feet down, both hands behind the head, broaden across the chest. Soften the front ribs into the back ribs. Feel the back of the neck get a little longer. And then both knees come up, both feet come up. Inhale, feel the width of the elbows. Exhale, knees and elbows come together. Inhale, open, reset. Exhale, touch elbows to knees. Take your time. So instead of trying to match your breath to the movement, match your movement to the breath. Yeah, fantastic. Beautiful. Yes, 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 yes. Well done. And then feet down. Release the arms out wide. Just take a pause. Let the breath pass freely in and out through the nose. And then knees back into the chest again. Rock up. Cross your shins. Plant your hands. Step to plank, please, and pause and plank. Pull your thumbs toward each other. Spiral your pinky fingers outward. So it's this action in the arms. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Really nice. Really nice, fantastic. Couple more breaths there, you look amazing. Stay with it. Downward facing dog, hips go high, heels stretch back. Gently press the triceps inward, the biceps outward. So stabilizing that upper arm and the shoulder socket. Check in with the connection of your hands into the ground, and if they've started to shift so the base of the index finger is starting to tent up, see if you can spread the fingers, make them a little longer, and then root the base of the index finger down with a little more confidence, authority, however you want to think about it. With your inhale, glide back into plank, and then lower all the way to your belly. Curl the heart up. Push the tops of the feet down, spread your toes out wide so the pinky toenail pushes down to the ground. Baby cobra. Soften down, push into the knees. Press back into child's pose for one breath. Rise up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. We're going to do that a little faster. Glide forward to plank. Lower to your belly. Cobra, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Tuck your toes, rise up, and then press into down dog. Glide forward. Belly down. Cobra. Push back through child's pose. And then right into downward facing dog. This time, chaturanga vinyasa. If it's there for you, come forward to plank, chaturanga, up dog, and then straight back into downward facing dog. Right leg reaches back. Go ahead, open up the hip if it feels good. Bend the knee. Get a nice big stretch here. Get this out of your system. Move the knee around. Whatever feels good. And then come back through neutral, extending that right leg back behind you. And then place your right foot between your hands. Probably closer to your right hand than your left hand. Put your left knee down, and then sweep your right arm up. So the tendency here is this right knee kind of wants to drop out, so it gives us more space. For this moment, see if you can hug the knee in toward the left rib cage. Move the left rib cage toward the inner right thigh. One more inhale. Release your right hand down. Straighten your right leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Just a nice half split here. Dig this right heel in and pull the right hip back. If you have blocks, I would use them now. I forgot to get my blocks out. If you have them, you might want them. We're going to do a series of forward folds and twists today, so they will be helpful. This is my secret stash over here. My secret stash of goodies. this is how you use them if you're using them. Two more breaths. Engage this quadricep. Draw up on the kneecap. And then rebend the front leg. Tuck the back toes. Back heel roots down. Warrior one up the center. Warrior one up the center. I rarely do warrior one this early in the practice because I think it's a really hard pose. But you're up for it. Big bend in the front knee. Draw the inner left thigh back. Gently draw the right shoulder, right rib cage back. Steady your gaze and steady your breath. Last inhale. Bring your hands down to the ground, step back to plank, chaturanga or the floor, up dog or cobra, and downward facing dog with your exhale. Stretch your left leg back, open up the hip if it feels good, bend the knee, move around however you want here. And then come back through center, square off the hips, extend the leg back. Place your left foot next to your left hand, right knee comes down. And then left hand to the sky, right rib cage, left inner thigh, gently move into each other without collapsing this left knee in, but the tendency is not to do that. It's more to go the other way and collapse open. Back knee, front foot draw toward each other. Last inhale. Release the hands down, half splits, use your blocks if you can. Engage this left thigh, draw back on that hip by digging the heel in. Thank you, Ali. And breathe. Good. Stay in it and breathe. Really nice. You're going to rebend that front leg. And then you're going to tuck the back toes, turn the back heel down. Yes, Galia. Rise up, warrior one. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Really good. And so as I said, way back when, you don't have to force anything. You don't have to force anything. So, gently, gently, inner right thigh back. Good. Gently, left shoulder, left rib cage back. Right shoulder, right rib cage a little forward, but gently, without forcing it. You've got a few more breaths here. Hang in there, hang in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Release your hands down to the ground. Step back to plank. Strong inhale and lower to chaturanga with your exhale. Rise to open with your inhale. And downward facing dog with your exhale. Pause in your breath. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway with your inhale. Fold down with your exhale. Rise to stand. Inhale. Draw your hands into your heart. Exhale. Beautiful. Release your arms down at your sides. Broaden across your chest. Full breath in, don't go anywhere. Full breath out. Inhale, take that breath, let it bring the arms up, spread your wings. Exhale, empty the belly to fold in half. Empty all the breath out. Inhale, pull the spine forward. Plant your hands, chaturanga, exhale. Rise open, upward facing dog with the inhale. Downward facing dog with the exhale. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Bow, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, heart to sky, maybe lift the gaze. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Go again. Inhale and rise. Exhale, bow. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga. Rise, inhale. And down dog, exhale. Right leg straight back, inhale. Knee into your chest, exhale. Place your right foot next to your right hand. Sneak this left arm outside of your right thigh, and then we twist here. Beautiful. Beautiful, yes. One more breath in. Release your hands down. Use blocks if you need them. Straighten your front leg. Melt the spine over this leg if it's okay. If you prefer, you can stay long and lifted. And then turn the left heel down. Bend the front knee. Rise up, warrior one. And then hands come down, chaturanga, exhale. Rise open, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Straight back with the leg, inhale. Left leg, that is. Helps if I tell you which one. Draw the knee forward, place your left foot next to your left hand. Right arm sneaks outside that left thigh, and we twist to the left. Last inhale. Release your hands down. Straighten the front leg, maybe melt over this left leg, or keep the spine long. Find what suits you best today. The poses are just framework. You get to explore them. And then right heel roots down. So push the right heel toward the back of the mat. Bend the left knee a lot. And then lift the pelvis to lift the spine. Virabhadrasana 1. Just take a big breath in. And then chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. And downward facing dog with your exhale. It's a pretty simple sequence. It's just 3 poses, right? You make it what you need it to be, but we're just taking those 3 and we're gonna move with them, yes? Right leg goes back, inhale. Place your right foot next to your right hand. Left arm outside the right thigh. Twist to the right, open it up. And then exhale, release the hands down, straighten the front leg. Bow down. Back heel roots, warrior 1, rise up, inhaling. We come down, chaturanga. Rise up. Down dog, exhale. Left leg straight back. Place your left foot forward. Right arm outside that left thigh, twist to the left. And then release the hands, bow over the front leg and straighten it as much as you feel comfortable. Back heel roots, rebend the front leg, rise up into warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Rise, inhale. And downward facing dog. Pause and downward facing dog. Just receive that. We're going to do it 2 more times on each side. I'm not going to cue you. We're just going to move together. I'll cue you to start, and then we roll. Right leg back, inhale. Place it forward. You're on your own, twisting. Don't overthink it. Just breathe and move. Yes. And after the second side on the left, or second time on the left, meeting in downward facing dog. Pausing here and breathing. Receive the breath. Stay active, awake in your body and your breath, and calm at the same time. Yoking opposites, ease and effort matching. Rise to your toes, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Hands into heart, left arm outside the right thigh. We're gonna twist to the right. Yeah, this is perfect. This is fantastic. If you want, bring your hands down. Shift into an arm balance. Side crow. Kundanyasana, fallen angel, whatever speaks to you today. Come back to chair in the center. Forward fold, exhale, 5 breaths here. Draw up on the thighs. Deepen the crease of the hips. Allow the head to release, the neck to soften. And then chair. Hands through heart, we take the twist to the left. And then you take an arm balance if you care to. Yes, yes. So good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really nice. Yes, come back to chair in the center. So good. And then forward fold. Pause and breathe. So you can bend your knees as much as you need to here to get your hands to be on the ground. You can also use blocks here. So if the ground feels like forever away, no big deal. Use blocks or bend the knees. And then you're going to take an inhale You'll exhale, scoop the belly, take your right toes to your right wrist. Put your foot back down. Tap the left wrist. Inhale, release. Exhale, tap. Inhale, release. Exhale, tap. Release. Last two, please. Come back into chair. So we're using that breath to lift and make contact. Pick up your heels, come into a toe stand. Sink the hips down. Stay here or bring your hands down to the ground. Knees slide up into your triceps. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, even if you think you know where you're going. We're not going there, I promise. Shift a little forward. You can stay in toe stand. You don't have to be here. And then you're going to tap, 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 tap. So you've set yourself up like you're going to go into crow pose, but you're not. You have one foot on the ground and you're tapping. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. And then come back to toe stand. Push the heels down, come back to chair. Press all the way up to stand and draw your hands into your heart. Really nice. Pause and breathe. Receive your breath. Right back into chair, inhale. Right back into toe stand. Stay here if you want, or chair if you prefer. Hands down. This time we go up into crow, we tap down. So you tap and tap, tap. Two more. And your right foot's going to come down. Right foot, left leg lifts. And we're going to open up into half moon. If you have a block, go ahead, use it. Push down into that right leg with the foot and then draw energy up into the hip to open the hip more, to externally rotate. Stack your left hand on top of your right hand. Yes. Good, bend your standing leg. Stretch your left foot to the back of your mat. Rise up, square your feet to the left. Bring your hands onto your hips. Rise up in the heart, inhale. Exhale, draw forward. Release your hands to the ground. Halfway, inhale. Prasarita, Padottanasana, top of the head toward the ground. Maybe walk the hands back between the feet a little bit more. Possibly shift into the head and then straddle the legs up. Only if it feels fantastic. Headstanders, straddle down. Lengthen up halfway, everyone. Hands to your hips, exhale. Rise up to stand. Pivot those right toes to the front of the mat. Virabhadrasana 2, just opening up. Reverse warrior, inhale. And then exhale, draw forward.
You're gonna take this left hand all the way around, reach it forward, floor or block, left leg lifts, right hand to the sky, revolved half moon, revolved half moon. Yes, yes, yes. So left leg is lifted, right hand is up. So good. Back into chair, top of your mat. Stay in chair, come into toe stand. Outer ankles in. So don't go anywhere with this yet. Just bring the outer ankles in. So notice if you come out to the pinky toes, try to squeeze those ankles in a little bit. Start to sink down a bit more. Stay here, bring your hands to the ground. Slide your knees into your triceps and we tap from crow into the wrist so that you're pulling one foot up as the other foot reaches down toward the wrist. And then the left foot's going to stay down or come down. And we're going to open into half moon on the left leg. Right leg extends back. Left hand down on the floor or on a block. And then open up. Yes. Where's your breath? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're going to start to bend the standing leg. Reach your right foot to the back of your mat. And then we rise up. Square off your feet. So good. This time we're going to lace the hands behind the hips. Inhale, heart to sky. Contain the front ribs gently. And then bowing forward, bowing forward.
Kneecaps are lifting. Notice where the shoulders are. If they're collapsing in toward the ears, move them gently away from the ears. I like a little bend in my elbows here because my elbows tend to hyperextend, and then I'm just stretching the inner elbow as opposed to the shoulder, so just be aware of that. Last couple breaths. And with an inhale, rise up. Good. Pick up that left heel, pivot the foot. Virabhadrasana 2, expand those wings. You can adjust your feet if your stance isn't correct. So if it doesn't feel like it's long enough, if you feel like you're hitting a wall when you're trying to bend that knee, go in deeper. Yeah. Really nice. Soft, steady breath. Root the back foot. So you have a little more to give here. Inner left thigh wrapping open. Left big toe rooted, reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, come around. Right hand is going to reach forward. You're going to float this right leg up. A block if you'd like. Revolved half moon. So I personally like the block or my hand position at least 6 inches in front of that left foot forward, because then the spine has room to lengthen out, which then in turn means that you have room to take a twist. If your hand is really close to your foot, it's like a more compact position, it's hard to find the length to then twist. So play with your hand position and see where you can maximize, oh, I'm falling over, you can maximize that twist. Last chair pose of the day, feet come together. I've been known to be a liar, but I'm pretty confident this is our last chair pose. Liar in yoga, teaching, not in general. I like to think of it as like, I don't know, I exaggerate. Maybe it's the last chair pose, but I'm pretty confident this is the last chair pose. We're going to bring it down.
We're gonna bring it down low. We're gonna bring it down low. We're gonna bring it down low. And then we're gonna sit down however you need to get there. Lift the legs to boat. Good. You're gonna turn toward the right. You're gonna extend the left leg. And then we're gonna take it the other way. It's slow. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. If this is good, you stay here. If you want, we're going to take it down and up. You're still getting that twist. We're all going to go down. Give yourself a squeeze. Curl the shoulders up. Both legs extend out. Hold it here. Rise up. Cross your shins. Downward facing dog, please. Downward facing dog, please. With or without a vinyasa. Right leg straight back, inhale. Right knee, left tricep. Extend this right leg out, keep the shoulders square. Push into the left toes, pull the heart, pull the gaze forward. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, place your right foot between your hands. I would suggest a block if you have it. Back heel roots down. Block can be on the inside or the outside of this right foot. Left hand, inside or outside of that right foot. Right hand on your right hip. Roll your right shoulder open. Draw the elbow back. Pull your feet toward each other. And then sweep the right arm back to bring it up. Revolve triangle. Yes, you can. Stay in your breath. Last inhale, release this right hand down. I have options for you. Option 1, stay here, melt over the front leg. Option 2, do the same thing with the back heel lifted. 3, standing splits. 4, handstands. And then when you're ready, chaturanga. Move through vinyasa into downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Left leg stretches back straight. Keep the hips in neutral. Draw the knee across. And then extend the leg out. Keep the shoulders square. Push into the pinky side of that left foot. Come high into the right toes. Push into all of the toes. Pull the heart, the head forward. The gaze a little forward. Push the hands down to strengthen the arms. Your arms are like pillars. Keep breathing.
and back. Exhale, place your left foot forward. Find your block if you're going to use it. Back heel roots down. I like my feet wider than heel to heel, but you can play with that. Right hand, floor or block inside or outside of this left foot. Left hand to your left hip, please. Draw the chest open. Hug the elbow up and back. And then stretch the left arm back. Open up the chest, open up the shoulder, then stack the hand. Use your bottom hand. Little lift under the right hip. Gently draw back on the left hip crease. Keep pulling the heart forward, the head forward. Last full breath in. Your exhale releases you out. Stay here, melt over this left leg. Do that with your right toes up if that feels better, or standing splits, or possibly handstands. Handstand prep. You don't have to do a handstand. You can play here and just get a sense of starting to lift up without worrying about what the end product is. If you keep your left leg low, you won't flip over, and you can just start to play there. Yeah? Yes. So good. You're amazing. Stay in your breath. Last couple breaths. And then Chaturanga Vinyasa or just downward facing dog. Well done. Walk your hands back to your feet, please. First two fingers and your thumbs create a toe lock. So put your fingers under your big toes and then your thumbs come to the tips of the two fingers. Inhale, pull the heart forward. And then exhale, elbows go wide. Your legs do not have to be straight. Ever. Deepen the crease of the hips. Let your head go. Steady your breath. Use the toe lock to draw the elbows wider and to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Release the toe lock. If it's okay, put your whole hand, palm up under your foot, Pada Hastasana. Let's get a nice stretch on those wrists, melting down. So similar energy as you have in Padangusthasana where you're holding the big toes, but now your whole hand is being held by your foot. Really nice. Really nice, yes. Beautiful. Inhale, draw your heart forward. And then release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips, rise up to stand. All the way. Good. Feet can stay at hips distance or you can move them a little closer. That's totally up to you. Turn your palms open. Just take a few breaths here. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, bow forward. Pull the heart forward, the gaze forward, walk out to plank. Put your knees on the ground. And then rise up to your knees. Left hand to your left heel, right arm sweeps around. Come back around. Your right hand to right heel. And come around. Good. You're going to do that a few times side to side. If that feels like it's too low, stay on your knees and just bring the hand to the hamstring instead. So we're opening up the sides of the body
from all that twisting we did, and adding just a little bit of a back bend in there as well. But it's primarily the side bend here that I'm looking for. And if you want to take this a little deeper, we're going to keep moving with it. You can sink and then really push open. The intention here is for this to feel really nice. If it feels anything other than nice, do something else, yeah? And then come back through center. If you're comfortable sitting back on your heels, go for it. If your knees are unhappy doing that, just find any comfortable sitting position. Bring your hands into your heart and pause. Rise back up. And then if you're good in camel, we're going to take full camel. But if you prefer another back bend, that's fantastic too. So keep the hands at the hearts for a moment. Just lift the heart to the sky. Lift the heart into the thumbs. Feel the back body lifting you up. Your back rib cage. Shorten from belly button to pubic bone. Tailbone stays long. And then if you want, hands can come to hamstrings or to heels. We're moving away from the ground with the heart. Rise with an inhale, and then sit back with your exhale. Pause. Receive the feedback. That's how we know what to do next. That's what guides us, not me. The feedback that you're getting tells you what you need next. If you want another back bend, we'll take another back bend here or any version. I'm going to take a single arm camel, but without the twist, so just straight back. If that suits you, you can join me. And then I'm going to switch arms. And then rising and child's pose. About 3 breaths here.
Down dog. Right leg back, inhale. Bring your knee toward your right tricep, but move your foot toward your left hand, and then single leg pigeon. If you need an alternative, you'll find it now. And then before we go down to the floor with the torso, root down. Get this sense that you're so strong here that you can actually rise up, and then send that energy down so you keep that rising energy to draw forward. I always think of this pose the way that I first approached it when I started practicing, and I was like a Gumby. I was so flexible to a fault, like it was dangerous. And for me, it felt like splat. And I always felt like that was the right thing. And it's not. It's not, because you want to stay engaged enough that you can guide your body and there's some control left. It's a balance between releasing and engaging. So we're releasing, but we're still staying engaged. The back foot is pressing down. The front foot, the ankle, the shin. And even though we're much, much softer here than we are in typically any standing pose, there's still a little engagement in your center, in your belly. And let that come from the breath. Let the breath be what brings that engagement to the pose. Last couple breaths.
Draw your hands under your shoulders. If you're in something other than single leg pigeon, you can just switch sides. But if you're in single leg pigeon, taking it back to downward facing dog. If you like some kind of fanfare in between, go for it. And then we'll go right into the other side. Find the strength, keep some of it, and then release. Use your back toes, use your back foot. Stay strong in the front ankle. Push down to rise up. Come back through down dog. Last time. And then knees to the ground. And flip onto your backs, please. This class always goes so fast. But we're there. We made it. And I want to make sure you get a good Shavasana. So come with me now, knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. Not just a squeeze, give yourself a hug. Honor yourself for getting through this practice. And then knees are going to go to the right, left arm out to the side. You can change the shape of this twist to anything that feels good on your body. If you like taking one leg and crossing it, or one leg straight, you'll do that. We've done a lot of twisting today. Let this be the release of all the work. And then back through center and twist to the other side. And then finally back to center to release out for Shavasana. If you'd rather sit in meditation or take your legs up the wall or any other way to finish, go for it. And wherever you are, allow the eyes to soften. Allow the breath to soften. And fully embrace this moment of being here now, receiving your practice, and being with yourself. breath to start to deepen. And then wake up your hands and your feet and your arms and your legs. And we start the transition from Shavasana, from corpse pose, back to life, bending the knees, roll to your side. We come back out of Shavasana with a new knowledge of ourselves. We're reborn, metaphorically. Come on up to sitting when you're ready. Kind of like a new year, right? We start a new year and we think everything's going to be new and different. Well, if we decide it is. But there's a lot of stuff that's really good in us and that we don't need to change. And I hope that you're going into this new year feeling very much like you're whole and perfect as you are. And we can always improve on ourselves, but we're good. We're pretty good, right? As people, we're pretty good. Except for when I lie about chair pose. But I didn't do that today. I was truthful when I said that was your last one. So in this moment, embracing who you are, what you bring into this world, and maybe some hope for this year and anything that you want to set intentionally for yourself. And we bring our hands together. We breathe together with an inhale. We rise. Exhale, bow your mind to your heart. I can't thank you enough for being here. Namaste. Jai. Thank you so much.